We're gonna play for 2 minutes, and whoever has the most balls in their square is the winner. Ready, set, and go! I'm very excited that both Coach Allan and Captain Charlie are joining us today. I've been following them for a couple of years now on YouTube, and I'm just so excited to compare notes with Coach Allan, and also he's a Brentford legend, so very excited to meet him as well and finally get to see one of the Penguins play and interact with our kids.
The Brentford Penguins were set up 7 years ago. We started with 4 children and we have 50 kids now. Charlie's development, so he's been with us one of the longest, 7 years, so he's gone from like a 10-year-old to a young man now. He loves meeting new people and talking about the Penguins and Brentford Football Club.
High five. I found Brentford just kind of coincidentally because I happened to be visiting London to watch another team play. We went to Griffin Park. They were in League One. It was 2010, and I just fell in love immediately. It was like I found my home. 4, 5, good job.
When I retired from football, I was a cab driver in Surrey, and I got to pick up some children on a multi-drop and take them to school. First kid got in, Down syndrome, second kid, Down syndrome. Before I knew it, I had 6 or 7 kids in an old Volvo estate, all with DS. But one particular kid would get in the front, and I used to play house and dance music up to school. Me and him would play this particular track, and we'd be rocking to this house tune. But he wouldn't get out of the car till it would finish. So over a period of weeks, we formed a relationship. I left the cab company after about 6 months, and I get a phone call probably about a couple of months later, and the controller told me that Phil had passed away through complications to do with DS. And I kind of vowed that day that in the future I would do something for the DS community and find out much more about it.
Did you get any goals today, bud? Yeah. Yeah? One of the things I love about TopSoccer is the fact that it is for absolutely everybody. We have to adapt our exercises and games to meet their needs, and some players will be in walkers, some will be in wheelchairs. Sometimes we'll have a player with a behavior disorder, so they may be very high functioning, but we still have to adapt the game to make it successful for them. But that's part of our job as coaches, is to quickly assess them, figure out what makes them tick, and find a way for them to play football in a very fun way. 1, 2,
I think you can always take something from another coach, and especially with disability, you're looking at different connection methods. So with all my children, there's a different way of motivating them or speaking to them. So I'm looking at little tips from him as well, of like, oh, that worked really well. So we can swap ideas.
So I need a couple of guys on the sidelines. The Chicago Bees, we're much like Brentford. We're small but mighty. We try to hold at least a monthly watch party, and we just try to gather as many of the Brentford fans as we can together to meet up, watch the game, enjoy each other's company, and try to solicit new fans.
They're very unique Bees supporters all over the world. I've met them in a lot of places I've been to, and they're a unique character because they're not jumping on the bandwagon of the mighty 3 or 4.
I'm so glad I found Brentford because it's been such a wonderful ride, watching them rise through all of the different leagues and become a powerhouse in the Premier League.
To see our logo on there with the Brentford logo and obviously the Chicago TopSoccer is like, yeah, that to me shows kind of, I think the spirit within disability. Everyone looks out for each other and cares about each other. I think there's a deep connection within disability, so it's great to see, mate, yeah.